have a parade. Because Camogie they didn't.
Sent that email, so
we're not know to choose the second.
Oh, I see.
Oh, we need that, yeah.
We'll probably know that by now.
No, we're not. They're giving that us. They're giving that all out on the day of the captaincy.
Right.
The whole thing people
I can't see it.
No, because they normally do that with the seniors. It's always the
We
seniors.
definitely did in the junior, like.
You said it in the junior?
Yeah,
There
definitely.
is a parade, but I don't think you might shake hands with it.
No, will there be a
Don't think there's
a
a
parade
run
around
of in either.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's
Stop.
you're behind the band.
Did they do that in the Camogues?
Well, it's
Not
in
I don't think I don't know. I know if there's from the boys like they don't do that, and I don't know if they've done that. I can't see them playing the national anthem 3
They don't
times.
say the
they're not-
national
they're not
anthem, but I
playing
think
it.
they
Well, no,
It'll only be for
they
the
still won.
Are we behind schedule, Sean?
That's the problem. What's that?
Are we going to be behind schedule?
Yeah.
Awful lot of equipment, isn't it? Technology
Technology
for half
these
this.
days.
Whenever I go for the count anywhere, I just put show. Yeah, that's alright. But I have a
Brian
count
did text me and you want to just go on dry book.
I actually felt a bit like that.
I did feel like fucking dodge myself, to be honest.
Laura
One
Bryan.
stage
Oh
there was
no.
What is she? Is she? Is she?
Nick
Is she?
comes
Is
over
she,
there to win one, look at
is she on?
Oh yes, okay.
What's the number to ring in?
Tell her.
number?
No, there's no number. Tell her if she's at a laptop. She can.
Ring your number.
Yeah.
Give it
She can
to
tell her that if she wants to, then she can text you there, and you can pick it up and you can read your text. So Laura Bryan, she was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
So Laura chickened out.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
them.
Well, we
And
can't say that,
wasn't she
Sinead.
wise?
Laura,
That's great.
Sinead actually has a form of Tourette's. I
Laura Bryan.
sitting in the room. You do have Tourette's. She has Tourette's.
She couldn't
You?
live with
Yeah.
No, she doesn't.
Well,
Laura
she's
Bryan's.
on like it sometimes.
Right, okay. So we'll give Laura a wee mention anyway and just say, Laura, if you're watching here, the girls, they're going to get your for special treatment at the training on Tuesday. It's when is it? Tuesday evening. On Tuesday night, you're going to get done because you're supposed to be here and you didn't turn up. Look at Mag's just sitting panicking here. Relax.
I know, I'm getting it.
You're going to be like it next week when there's 25,000 people. who
Check her pulse there, somebody.
Listen to your speech.
Stay on.
Please
Wrote it
don't
this
see
morning.
me. I'll-
What?
DestinationErie.com.
DestinationErie.com, yeah.
Nice, you're shouting.
You know what they say?
Are you tweeting?
This was it.
You know what they say?
Yeah,
Hey,
she's with
I tweeted this out to
Mom
I
and
tweeted
Dad
this
will
out to
stay.
the ladies GAA. I tweeted this out to the ladies GAA.
Once they start for your weekend tonight.
If she can come in, hey, she needs.
No, they're not coming in. No, Connor's out there too. He no more. And
They can sit in there as long as they're quiet.
no, there's no way.
Actually, you can stop with this here. Talking as well.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Go on.
Mag's under pressure.
How long are we here for?
Bridge by 4 points in the Camogie juniors.
Right, okay.
Well, a band beat Mere Bridge by 4 points in the Camogie juniors.
Oh, well, bad.
Can't play football anymore. So it might be
Here, how long are we in this for, Damien?
An hour.
Oh, you're taking the Mickey.
No,
I don't
definitely
know
not.
what you're
But we're
worried
going to look. What I tell you,
There's a
What are we
break.
going to talk for an
There's
hour?
breaks.
Sharon. What I tell you, you will be amazed at what we're talking about here.
Oh my god,
You're
Right.
thinking yourself, holy shit.
verbal diarrhea.
Right, that's exactly it. Okay, you know that there's a big match today. Donegal won,
Is
a
this
bit
it?
male, right?
No, this is he's going to be.
So you can talk about that. You can talk about Killeavy winning the intermediate championship. Girls, you can talk about Carl Cruppen beating
No,
beating
we
Carl
talk about
Cruppen.
Connor, not
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But you can talk, and then I'll come back at that and all that sort of stuff. And then you won the championship. You beat Drummatee, and then you're going into Ulster. Who do you play in Ulster and all that? And then,
Okay.
so you know what I mean. Like so, you're flying.
Shooting the breeze.
And welcome to Destination Yuri here this evening, Simon. I can tell you what, you know the old saying, Jimmy's winning matches?
He is.
It definitely worked today.
And goals win games.
And goals win games, and we're going to talk about goals in a minute. But I have to say, very, very big welcome to the Armagh ladies. We have Sinead, Mags and Sharon here. And in the green room, James and Sinead, we'll have them in later on this afternoon. Girls, you're very welcome to Destination Yuri.
Thank you.
I know, Mags, you're sitting there and you were panicking there because you thought this was on the radio. Okay, but we're not. We're live on the air. We're around the world. So, as I say, we're from Timbuktu to Tullysartan tonight. We're from Ballyhagan to Balmullet in Mayo. We're all around the place. And for all the guys and all the girls up around Lurgan and Clonard, you can give them all a wave there because they're all watching in. So everybody up in the Clonard Club, the girls are sitting down here and they're panicking. But anyway, it's great to have you here. We're going to be talking about the All-Ireland Ladies Final on the 7th of October. And I was just thinking, towards the end of the big match today, it looked as if there could have been a draw maybe. And I'm going, right, imagine the Armagh girls coming in this evening and Sinead Reel and trying to say, girls, the match is off another week. It would have been quite fun.
Well, hell would have broke loose, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Girls, it's great to have you here. But Simon, we're talking about the match today. We're talking about Jimmy McGuinness, what he has done for Gaelic football.
Well, has he reinvented the wheel, do you think?
Well, it's hard to know. 2 years ago, two and a half years ago, that Donegal team was crucified in Crossmaglen. 2 years later, they come up and they win the All-Ireland. And I suppose goals at the start of the match. 2 goals.
Yeah, the 2 goals actually was the game winner. Because I think that for a while, it sort of put them into a false sense of security. And they actually, for once, I think they actually got overconfident. And Mayo got back into the game. Now, they only got as far as maybe 3 points behind. But there was a save in the first couple of minutes as well, the Mayo keeper made. That would have actually been 9 points in front.
Ah, yeah.
So it could have been actually a lot worse than it was. But Mayo actually got back into the game. I thought when it went to 7-0, I said, this is going to be like the last time Mayo were in the All-Ireland final. They were going to be beat after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But they started the ship a bit. And I thought then eventually that Murphy was outstanding. But he needed a big game.
And he delivered. Huge and a super goal at the start. And
goal was awesome.
And we talk about scoring goals. We have girls here that can rattle the old onion bag. These girls here have been known to put the ball in the bag. And that girls, who would be between the three of you? Who would be the goal getter?
It's definitely not me.
Mags, they're all pointing to you.
I'm pointing to them.
Okay. Well, obviously, you watched the match today. What was your impressions of Donegal and Mayo today?
Donegal, we thought everybody was saying they were favourites. They were going out and they came out in the first 5 minutes and they showed they wanted it more. 2 goals within the first 5 minutes and then I think the game was over from then.
Yeah, and I think Sinead, that's right. If you score 2 goals, it's a big. Well, I suppose if they're coming against you, it's a good time to score them. But any time in an All-Ireland final, it's a good time to score goals.
Yeah, I think it just shows as well the importance of a good start in those matches. Donegal didn't show any sign of nerves in the first 5 minutes of the game, and Mayo maybe were a bit slower to come out of the blocks. But at the end of the day, it was a cracker goal. There wasn't much the cornerback couldn't have done. He was hanging off Murphy. He went for the full diving block and still got nowhere near it. It was a racist finish, and Michael Murphy really typified the Donegal performance today. He was a outstanding leader, and he really deserved to climb the steps and collect the Sam McGrath.
And of course, when he finished his speech after about 25 minutes, he came out with the classic Jimmy's winning matches. Absolutely fantastic.
But I think that Mayo, technically in the first 10 minutes, got it totally wrong. Young Keane was marking Murphy, and there's a height gap of about 4 inches and a shoulder gap of about 12 inches. So he knocked him clean out of his road. Murphy won the first 5 balls that put into him.
Yeah.
And eventually they switched Young Keane, but it sort of that actually unnerved him. Obviously, he gave a ball away a couple of times when he was moved as well. McFadden's goal was brilliant because if you look at it, the ball came off the post and all 3 of the Mayo backs won. Looking up in the air, who's the one reacted? McFadden.
Yeah. And he stuck in the back of the net, and he almost had won just after it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the keeper made that save I was talking about. But they didn't panic. They got back into the game, and I think Donegal for about 10 minutes lost their way. But the managed, as I said, the third quarter, as the Aussies called the power quarter, Donegal turned it on again.
The girls are listening to this, Simon, the power quarter. I've never heard that one before. But
I heard that in the RT commentary.
Right. So that
isn't anything. But the third quarter, they actually steadied the ship, got it back again, and you have to give full credit to Jimmy McGuinness. Like, this is a team that was beaten by 15 points 2 years ago, We beat them after extra time in Ballybuffet, and I said to myself after that, I says, Donegal, I didn't really like them. So I didn't really fancy them to do anything, and it actually got worse over the qualifiers.
But you know
the thing is, Damien, this man has taken the same group of players who were beaten by 15 points in the qualifier 2 years ago and turned them into the All-Ireland champions in 2 years.
But you know the amazing thing about the whole thing, and girls, I suppose when we sit and talk about it, we all watch the Sunday game, we listen to Pat Spillane and we talk, and we love to hear him for just being Pat Spillane. But he has now changed. He's a convert to Donegal football. I mean, how amazing is that? Pat Spillane talking up Ulster football. And of course, when we talk about Ulster football, Mags, you do a wee bit of work for the Ulster Council.
Yeah, I work for the Ulster Council as a primary school coach, and I'm based in South Armagh and going around the schools and all. And there's been a great buzz this last 2 weeks when I've went into the schools. Everybody's been welcoming me well, and it's a good job to have. Just coming up the All Ireland final as well.
And of course, last week you went around a lot of the schools. Brilliant fun.
Right.
Yeah, great reception in all the schools. Unbelievable. When I first went, I thought you'd maybe only have a handful that would realise what was going on. But when you went into schools, there was Armagh bunting up. They were all in Armagh jerseys, pink jerseys, orange and white, and they all knew. Well, a couple of parents came to me after and said that the children had come home saying it was only that they had to go to Croke Park now to watch the Armagh ladies, and some of the parents weren't even aware. Like.
Well, hopefully with he's here tonight, the word will go out that, and we've sent a few tweets out around the world to say that you're on here tonight, and hopefully, I know you girls come down here. The girls thought this was a radio interview, so girls, you're looking wonderfully well, and we're delighted. Absolutely,
brighten up the place instead of me and you.
Absolutely, because last week we get slagged off for wearing. There's 3 of us in here last week, and we had all black shorts on, you know, and somebody thought that we got a
sale on the Primark.
But it's funny the way it works out. So we decided we'd bring a bit of fashion in here tonight, and it's great to have you here.
Sharon used on she's on there.
Oh well, there we go. But listen, it's great to have you here, and of course the whole idea of this is that on the 7th of October the Armagh ladies are taking part in the All Ireland final, the intermediate ladies final. Yep. And I know earlier on there was talk about should Armagh went down to the intermediate grade and all that, but that's irrelevant now. Armagh ladies are in an All Ireland final, and I remember the last 2 times the junior final and wasn't it the senior final that time?
Yeah.
So so I remember being there. I remember. Do you remember the game over in Roscommon when playing Galway?
Sharon Duncan scored.
Yeah.
Sharon Duncan scored, and the beauty about that was that Galway had scored a point just prior to that.
There wasn't a point.
It wasn't. It was a point. It was a point, but it wasn't given.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And then Armagh went up the field. They pushed the game, and there was a free given. The hooter went, so the game was over.
Yeah.
So the bottom line was this free had to be taken because that's the rules of ladies football. And I remembered well. Sharon just run up and said, I'm taking this, without thinking.
Exactly what happened.
Without thinking, she lifted the ball and she hammered it over the bar.
She wasn't even the free taker either. She just felt confident at that moment in time and took the ball and away she went.
That's right, and I mean,
Matthews
she said if she had to think about it, she would never have done it.
No.
And then that took Armagh into the final. And of course, when we got to that final, it was just inches again. Possibly, maybe should have won that final. But didn't.
Kiva Marley got a
She
harsh
got
sin bin, and
yeah.
I think had a big effect on the result of that game that year. Like, I was only home from Australia and I was in the stands watching that, and I thought once Kiva went off, it was and then Aileen as well got a bad knock that day.
She got injured.
Aileen actually broke her collarbone
Yeah,
in the first half
on.
of the match and played on.
Yeah, so
things like that went against.
Yeah, and it's little things like that change the course of the game.
Yeah.
But a great learning curve for Armagh, and then of course Armagh back in Croke Park 10 years ago to the day yesterday that they won the first All Ireland senior men, right? And we all know about that one. And of course, Mags, when we think of All Ireland finals, you're going back to playing an All Ireland final in 2 weeks' time, and your dad played in the '77 final.
Yeah, that's right. Dad played in 1977. I think he was the youngest on the Armagh team at that time, and he still talks about that day. Oh, you should take it as you come. You never realise when you might be back, and he's still waiting to get back. So
yeah, well,
he's
funny,
seen us.
that's what they talked about with the Donegal and the Mayo thing, and of course it's all about enjoying the occasion, enjoying the day, enjoying everything about the All Ireland build-up on the day, because it's probably a very special day, particularly when people, you know, we're not professional sports people, we're amateur sports people. Play for the love of the game, play for the jersey, play for your area, your local club, the whole lot. It means an awful lot. So there you go, you're going out and you're playing, and just to soak up the atmosphere. And when you're playing Croke Park, it's a huge stadium, and obviously there's going to be 25 or 30,000 fans at the game. And I know the game was pushed back to the 7th of October, and we'll not even worry about that because of the hurling next week. But it probably gives you another week to get yourselves, another 2 weeks to get yourselves sorted out, any wee niggly injuries. But, you know, your dad says enjoy it.
Yeah.
So you can turn around and say to him, Dad, I'm back in Croke Park in another All-Ireland final.
Yeah, he's all on too. You know, my sister Catherine is playing as well. She'll be playing goals, and she's just he's delighted for both of us to be playing, and I think he's more excited than us at the minute. He can't wait. He's buzzing about the house. So there's a good build up in the house, and you know, all the family's really looking forward to it, and hopefully we can produce the goods and make him a very happy man on the 7th of October. Yeah,
there's no question about that. You'll make a whole lot of us very happy if you do that, because it would be great. It'd be great to do a live show from the banquet. We've given all these ideas.
I remember the Cork game very well because I was there too. I took a bus out of school, and I was cheering for Armagh. There you go. I said it.
See, Simon has a lot of his students has played football for school, the Sacred Heart, and a lot of them have played for Armagh, and a lot of them have played for Down. And the other thing about Simon's a Man United fan, and they were playing Liverpool today, and unfortunately, from a Liverpool's point of view, Liverpool got beat. Few chancy referee calls today, Simon. I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be sort of slagging off referees to a big degree, but I thought there was a couple of hard calls today.
Well, John Joe Shelby probably, yes, but if Suarez hadn't thrown his head back and went, oh, he probably would have got a penalty.
It's obviously he's a Man United fan.
There you go, but he had won, that's all that matters.
Well, anyway, we'll go back to the girls here. Sinead, you played for Clonerne. You won the county championship last weekend, or sometime last week. You beat Kilcrumpton in the semi-final. You beat Drummond in the final. You're into Ulster. Yeah. Who do you play in Ulster?
We meet Argyll of Tyrone, so that's the Sunday following our All-Ireland, so that'll be the 14th of October. So looking forward to it. It'll be from one game to the next. But hopefully celebrate.
If Armagh win, then you have to curtail.
Celebrations.
The celebrations.
Yeah, so we're told.
And Mags, of course, you play for Clonerne as well.
Yeah.
So
right,
the 2 years are going to have to be taking it very handy after the All Ireland.
Yeah, well, there's six of us.
Yeah,
six Clonerne girls on the team. So, well, we'll have to be here.
One thing at a time. I think we're not really.
Well, okay. We'll worry about the Ulster thing first. We have the All Ireland, and Sharon, Killeavy won the intermediate championship there a couple of weeks ago, and I know last year you were very disappointed you didn't win it, but you come back. 2 years, and you come back, and I know Sinead, she was, I'm quitting football, I'm going to stop playing football, but of course she didn't. She played on, and you captured the title this year.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, to be honest. I don't know if you were at it, Damien, but we were 11 points down 10 minutes into the second half, and as much as you always think there's a chance, there was a stage where I thought we'd missed the boat, but thankfully between Aileen Matthews being able to, Aileen just took out then and started scoring goals. Her and wee Megan and Brigada was a massive. Wee Brigada Quinn, she's only under 14s, what is 14, is she? 15.
15, yes.
Yeah, and she came on and made a big change too, and we came back to win it in the end. But I'm delighted for the likes of Sinead, who's been around a
fair while. Well, we'll be talking to Sinead.
And hopefully we will get rid of her.
Well, Sinead's sitting in the green room there, and she's looking over and she's giving us the eyes. So Sinead will have the opportunity in the second part of the show to come in and talk, because we're going to talk to James Daly and Sinead in relation to the management and the build up to the All Ireland and how that pressure is taken off you girls, because what you have to concentrate on is obviously is the simple things, is the playing.
Yeah.
So that's great, and well done in winning both your championships. It's wonderful that it moves on to the next level, and that's the county level, and then we're in the All Ireland series. So again, a wonderful occasion. Simon, isn't it fantastic that we have girls who will be?
It's good that somebody from the Argyll area has been representing us in the All Ireland finals. Just looking to see if any comments are even. What do you think, girls? What about your opponents? What do you know about them?
We know a lot about them actually. They're in our group for the All Ireland series, so we had a drawing game with them, which forced a replay then, and we did beat them well. And in that replay match. But at the end of the day, it doesn't count for anything. You know, we both know each other inside out at this stage, so it'll all be on the day. And
that's what it is, guys.
Yeah.
Who's their danger players? Who'd be the people you'd be watching there?
Full
forward,
forward,
centre half forward.
yeah, good scoring. Yeah.
Good scoring threats from all 6 forwards actually,
Right.
and very athletic midfield that like to get up and down the pitch. So
Yeah, they're very tall in a lot of areas, aren't they? And
Yeah.
number their half backs, a runner. She likes to run.
Yeah.
Centre half back.
Well, we're just looking over there. We're going to get the team sheets from. We're nearly getting a team sheet from the opponents slipped into us there, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But girls, of course, when we talk about your opponents, you know, you are packed with lethal players as well. I mean, your three selves, super footballers, Caroline O'Hanlon. You know, you have loads of experience and lots of youth as well. So a good mixture.
yeah, that's it. It's just we're really focusing on playing to our strengths. You know, over the next couple of weeks, we'll just put the effort in training and make sure that all the work's done, and be confident going into the match. I think we have beaten Waterford before. We know we can do it, and it's just up to us to go out there once across the white line and produce the goods.
And that's it. Once you go on that white line, James
That's it.
Daly can do nothing more
Yes.
except that you're at it and just get on with it. And girls, we sincerely hope that you beat Waterford, because we're doing our wee bit here on Destination Uri. We love supporting ladies football. Simon and myself will be great supporters of ladies GAA because we've been deeply involved with it over the years. So it's brilliant. And just the occasion building up to the All Ireland final. I mean, it's a magical moment. And it's 10 years ago yesterday when Armagh won. My wee lad was 7 at the time, and what did I do? I was dressed in a tiger suit.
As usual.
Okay, so that was his first appearance, and I just turned round, and there was some woman sitting beside me. I said, "Watch that child!" At the final whistle, and I took off, and I forgot about my child. I didn't even know where he was.
Social services.
Well, I suppose when you look at the day, you're not allowed to field. But I went on to the field in the tiger suit. And that became synonymous then with going to Armagh matches. And it was, even when the last time the Armagh girls was there, he was in Croke Park, he was in Dr. Hyde Park that day as well.
Is
So,
he making an appearance in 2 weeks' time?
now, I'll tell you what happened to him. During the Guinness World Record swim there a couple of years ago, he was in a kayak and he took off Camla Lake, and he hasn't been found since. He hasn't been found since. But it's a great wee story, because I was just sitting thinking about it, and Arwen's reminded me. I mean, I left. It just goes to show you what winning All Ireland does to normal people. You know, I left my child sitting with a stranger, and I went out onto the field like a lunatic, and I was mobbed. I didn't even see the cup being presented. And then, of course, when you were playing too in the junior and the senior, it was a great buzz, and it was great to be there. So it's a special time. It's a special time in a footballer's career, because there's people play a lifetime. They don't get to the county final. They never get the chance to play in Ulster, and they absolutely never get the chance to play in Croke Park, and it's that wee bit special. And I'm just after hearing there, Simon, Carrickcruppen under 16 girls will be playing at half time. So some wee girl made up an ad or something, and it was picked. So
funny, Ciara Lennon, our current corner forward, played at half time in the junior match in 2005, and now she's going to be playing in the senior team.
It's just great.
She was only 11.
11, brilliant.
A few comments in here, Damien.
Yeah, Mick, best looking guest yet. There you go. So Mick and Fiona says, fair play to Donegal, felt sorry for Mayo. Brilliant music and razzmatazz in Croke Park today. County boards should learn from this.
I have to agree with that, Damien. Especially at the end. Now, I don't know what people's feelings are about, I suppose you can all tell us, it's about not getting on the pitch anymore. I can see obviously with safety, health and safety, you have to do that. But the whole sort of thing at the end I thought was brilliant. Yeah. The whole razzmatazz and the green and yellow ribbons being shot out. I thought it was absolutely fantastic.
I was always thinking, you had to let the player, but that was the first time today now, the supporters, things like even Jimmy McGuinness being able to bring his children out. He never would have got team photograph with Sam Maguire at the end. You wouldn't have got all the team together. They'd just be mobbed. Things like that. Like, that was the first time today I was going maybe, and in a way everybody in the stands gets to see it rather than being pushed back out and players getting slapped and hit, and that was the first time now today where my opinion was swayed on it. Now I think that maybe it is.
Well, I suppose when we talk about that, there is a certain amount of me that definitely feels the same as yourselves, because it was a wee bit special when you seen all the
cues being able to embrace.
Well, I thought
you wouldn't have seen that.
There was a wonderful occasion today when young McHugh come over to the dad, and the dad was working for BBC, and the two of them hugged,
Yeah.
and Martin, his tears were running down
Yeah.
his eyes, you know.
You wouldn't have seen things
No,
again if it
no.
was
Yeah.
mobbed, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's, you know, that's great. But girls, I can tell you, if you win the All Ireland on the 7th of October, I'll not be far away, and I'll not be. So hopefully, well, we'll not get on the field, but obviously we'll be there to support you and all that. It's great, but it's a special occasion, no question about it. And Simon, I know that's the way the GA is going now. But last night in Armagh, you know, the championship was on, and at half time they let the youngsters on the field, and it was great. You know, just it was nice to see the youngsters run about the field. You know.
But I said I like the girls. I sort of enjoyed that thing today because, okay, I'll never forget like in 91, 94 getting onto the pitch, especially 91 because like, it was the first time that I'd seen it, and it was just an unbelievable feeling. And this is the ecstasy and meetings. Actually, some mates of yours you hadn't seen in years actually on the pitch as well. But when I look back on today, and you actually saw those moments, that really wouldn't have happened had the pitch. You know, you wouldn't have seen the half of it. You know, and the fact that Jim McGuinness could take his children round, you know, and if the footage, and like to be fair, like he deserved every minute of that acclaim that he got.
Oh, look, you know,
and to share it with his children, and then for years to come, when the children grow up, they'll be able to see that on video and say, "Oh, I was there. I don't remember it, but it was there." Because like one of them was about 3, you know.
Well, I was there in '77 when Armagh played Dublin, and I always remembered the canal end and the rain before the match, and Armagh coming out. And if you ask your dad this, he'll even tell you, like, you know, the Armagh team come out. It shows you just probably how things have moved on. And it absolutely hammered out of the heavens. I mean, it was just a downpour. And Armagh got soaked. Dublin was coming out. They seen the rain. They turned back into the changing room. And then once the rain was over, they come out. And like, that was a moral victory in itself, you know. But again, 1977, I was only a lump of a lad.
I remember TV now because I remember because Down won the minors.
That's right, yeah.
That year.
So that was a great occasion. And girls, your dad played Mags in the '77 final, and 2012 now you're rattling into an All Ireland final. And I suppose your dad he's probably reliving the whole experience again.
Yeah, he was very good to me and Catherine, you know, talking to us before the match and all, making sure we're not too nervous, you know, giving us bits of advice. But again, he likes to stay in the background, he doesn't want to get too involved. But he's been to take us for a few training sessions, you know, and he's got a good reception from the girls and all, and they all seem to respect him well. So that's a big help from us as well. And he's speaking from experience, he's been there, and you know, it would just be brilliant for him to have a good reward for me and the girls to win it.
Yeah, and of course he was like this close taking the Armagh senior men to the All Ireland glory as well.
Yeah.
So again, he's deeply involved in the football, and he knows exactly what makes the whole thing tick. So he'll keep you right, yourself and Catherine.
Yeah.
There's no question about that.
As a team as well, we're very lucky to have people like Brian about able to give us advice. But even Paul McGrain took us for a session there last week, and it was just brilliant to hear from a player's point of view, you know, thoughts, you know, and just the small pieces of advice, just as you said, it is all about inches. So if every little helps.
The little details.
Yeah,
It's nice
and
to
I suppose it boils down to the fact that, you know, let's take the pressure off the guys. Jimmy McGuinness, prime example. He done it this last 2 weeks. He had the Donegal team down in Maynooth this week, you know, just hiding away from all the hype, you know. And I know it's probably not the same level, but in the way you girls are going, it definitely is. This is a huge thing to be playing All Ireland final, and of course, it is good to be sheltered from all that. And I'm sure your manager James, and we're going to be talking to him after, James will have all that sorted. He's looking over in the green room and he's waving at us.
Where are we going?
I think we're going to Portugal for a week.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So this is what it is if you win, you're going to Portugal.
To get
Girls,
a tan before
do you
we
need-
No, before we go, just to get away from
Ah,
all
just
the hype.
okay, right, away from all the
Going to
hype.
Portugal.
It's a
And then-
surprise.
Is that right, Sinead?
We could do a show from there.
Yeah.
We could
Our pre All Ireland show.
That would be
Up
actually-
for the final.
yes, up for the final in Portugal.
Me and you.
I could live with that. You know, what do you reckon? Would that be a good idea?
Sounds
Couple more comments in there. Juliet Murphy. Good luck to the girls. There you go.
Good stuff.
One was Juliet. Is Juliet the?
Cork
Yeah,
midfield.
Cork.
There you go, Damien. All the way from Cork.
Well, all the way from Cork, we're delighted to have you on board, Jenny. It's the power. Well, we said we had them from Timbuktu to Tullysarn. We've got them from Clonarn to Cork at the moment, so it's great that the Cork girls are there. And
Claire Brown's just texted.
Laura Brown, you've taxed in here. Laura, you were actually supposed to be sitting on the sofa here with the girls, and you pulled out the last moment
I think it's
because.
because Liverpool got beat today,
Yeah,
actually.
that's
She's in a bad mood.
Yeah, she's in a bad mood.
Okay, so Laura, you see a match on Tuesday night, the girls have special treatment for you. You should have been sitting here on this sofa with us tonight. So it's great to have the comments coming. Keep them coming in.
Ashleen first. Best of luck to Sinead and her team from the Queen's midwifery class.
Aww.
Brilliant.
Thank
Great.
you, Ashley.
There you go.
Nicole Physio, great to see you girls all the way from Canada. Best of luck in 2 weeks. Wish I was there, but I know Nicola's looking after you well. Ard Wahabu.
I wonder what part of Toronto or Canada is in Toronto. I wonder. Any idea? No.
I don't know it.
Well, you can back and let us know what part of Canada, because we love Canada around this part of the world, you know. But any more comments coming in, put them into the shout box at the bottom, and we'll talk them out to the girls here.
Yeah. We've got now one here. Mick, Simon, you turncoat, but Mick, I think we're going to have this minute. Second goal today. Did you think there should have been a free in for Mayo?
There was a couple of, yes, I did. I actually did. The Mayo corner forward was fouled, absolutely not once but twice, and then the ball went up the field.
Now,
and that.
Mick, the honest side of the coin, that man was the luckiest man on the planet, I think. He should have walked.
Well, look, you know, I think the referee tried today to be fair.
Yeah,
and he
but,
tried to
okay, I know that by the number 15 was a warning, but it was knocked over. He should have been a free in, certainly, but he got up and reacted twice.
Yeah, but look,
and the umpire definitely saw the second one. You know, but the first one a bit hard for him. But
I think you know, when you're playing, and girls, you know yourselves, when you're playing an All-Ireland final, Simon, it's a completely different game than playing in a county final or an Ulster final. This is the highest level you can get at. And I reckon that, you know, I just love, I have to say, I love the way the hurlers play. They just get on about the business. Doesn't matter what happens, they don't say nothing, they get on about it. And look, of course you could turn around and say that that goal shouldn't be like. I could turn around and say last night, when we played Cross McGlen last night in the senior championship semi-final, I absolutely believe that David McCann lifted the ball off the
I was talking to a man in the Canal Court last night,
off the ground at the
said exactly the same thing.
at the end of the match. The call wasn't given.
I was talking to a man last night in the Canal Court at the game, and he said the same thing.
But we'll talk about the Armagh Senior Championship in a minute. Just have some Armagh results just come in. Pearse Oaks 18 points, St Patrick's Cullyhanna 8 points, Carrickcruppen 3-7, Cross McGlen 116. The Simply Fruit Intermediate League Championship semi-final replay, St Peter's 110, Wolf Tones 0-8. Charn, this will be of interest to you, of course. And the Senior Football League Championship, Drummondtee 113, Ballymcnab 113, and the Intermediate Football League Cup, Silverbridge 10 points, Mullaban 2-7. Charn, St Peter's, Killeavy, the Intermediate Men's Final.
Yeah, well, the buzz around the club at the minute, I don't know, from between last night and today, all of a sudden there's been green and black flags and buttons. Some of these painted Clog Bridge, black and green between last night and today as well. And the boys are really up for it. They seem to be in the zone and they're enjoying their football. You know, we lost a lot of young lads, like a lot of clubs, to immigration, things like that. And some people, same as us, probably didn't want to go down to intermediate, but like I think it's done Killeavy lads the world of good, and they're just building from there. There's some brilliant young lads like Michael Murphy, Kieran O'Hanlon. Keelan Trainer showed what the standard of football he can play the last day as well. So, and then along with the likes of Stephen McDonald and that, they're flying, like they really are. I think they're ready to go.
Ready to wrap?
Oh yeah, I think another wee bit of partying in Killeavy can bit of double ladies and the men intermediate. It'd be nice at the dinner dance.
And of course the under-16s won last week as well.
Yeah,
the minors are in the final.
Yeah.
The girls have won the championship, and the men are heading against St Peter's. And I did tip earlier on.
The minors are still in.
The minors in the final. Yeah, I did tip St Peter's to get to the final, even though some of my friends from both towns weren't too happy about that. But St Peter's have proved they're a good team. Killeavy have proved they're a good team, and probably the two best teams in the Intermediate Championship playing in the final. So it's going to be a cracking game.
Yeah, hopefully.
A few more comments here, Damien. Fort McMurray, Alberta. That's where Nicole's from. There you go.
Fort McMurray. Well, okay. That's a lovely part of the world, the way out west, the way out in Alberta. I got very close till I got as far as Jasper. That was as close as I got to Fort McMurray.
Couple of more comments. I've got a comment in from Owen Reid.
Yes, Owen says, as chairman,
I have checked 2 weeks in Portugal, funds won't stretch.
Well, Owen,
surprise.
We'll see what happens with that. And Richard has come in, he says, what about Newry City? Well, we're going to talk about Newry City after the break. We're coming down towards the end of the break, and I know some of the girls are going to take a break here, because I know Mags is sitting here, and she's a wee bit nervous, Simon. And this girl is captain in Armagh to an All-Ireland final. She's playing All-Ireland final 2 weeks, and she's panicking sitting here on the sofa.
What's that?
I'm just
I understand that.
Brilliant, absolutely. And look at, girls, I have to say, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you on board here. It's it's a wonderful experience to play in All Ireland final. It's great for us to get to know you, and I do know you from afar and all that, and it's great to have you in here, and it's great that you're on Destination Uri, and the girls in Cork are watching in, the girls in Alberta are watching in, and you know, it's amazing. And I know, Sinead, you want to say hello to your mum, so you can wave. So if you're watching here, Sinead, she's sitting here and she says, hello mum.
Tally ho to Laura.
Tally ho, Laura.
Oh, tally ho to Laura Brown. Yeah. Laura, I get to the bottom of this shit, and I
I
get
something here now, but I wouldn't want to be Laura Brown the next day, especially with the sounds of it.
no, Laura, tally ho.
She can take her.
Laura's above this now. She got interviewed by Jerome Quinn now.
Oh, I
you
see.
know,
All right.
she's only
She downloaded a dictionary.
she's only doing TV interviews now.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Well, okay. You're even one better. You get interviewed by Damien and Simon. So we can say you've got the pick of the bunch without a shadow of a doubt. Girls, it has been a pleasure having you on board here this afternoon. We wish you well on the 7th of October. I hope to be there if I can sort of get Sean and them to be a wee bit later running the show. But it's at 2 o'clock on the 7th of October in Croke Park.
Yeah.
The junior final's on early,
12 o'clock, yeah.
the intermediate, and then the senior final.
4, yeah.
Cracking days football in Croke Park. Girls, on behalf of Destination Uri, behalf of Simon and all our team here this evening, we wish us the very best on the 7th of October, and we're telling you now, do not come down the road without the cup.
Thanks a million.
Thank you.
to Destination Uri there. We've changed now. We've got James Daly, the Armagh manager, and we've got Sinead Reel. The other side of the Reel family. Sinead would be probably more known as a referee. She also does a lot of behind the scenes, and you're very welcome to Destination Uri, folks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Damien.
And before that, Simon, just a couple of wee things. Last night, Carricruppen played Crossmaglen in the Senior Championship, Simon, and really nobody gave Carricruppen a chance last night. And Carricruppen come within a hound's guile of beating Crossmaglen. Yeah. Just probably Crossmaglen's experience. That man McConnell come in and he got a couple of good scores at a very crucial stage. And Carricruppen scored 3 goals, right? And
that surprised me, didn't it? Because Cross don't give away too many goals.
No, well, we did say before that Cruppen could score goals, and I know the very first Cruppen goal, I think we have it there, Sean. So we're just going to look at the first Cruppen goal.
There's nobody near him. Keenan still tramping down the field with the ball. He's looked up. There's nobody inside. He puts this one up. Out he comes, and the ball's broke out. An opportunity here for Carricruppen. McCullough is in, and it's in the back of the net, and it's Keelan McCullough. Is that Keelan McCullough?
Well, there we go, Simon. Just want to confirm that definitely was Keelan McCullough scoring that goal. I called him last night, and then someone in the press box shouted that's Dacky Carville, and then of course was it Dacky Carville? I wasn't sure, and just looked at it there. Youngest player in the Carricruppen team, and he got the last goal as well.
That's some finish. It's actually very James McCartan like the way he did. That was brilliant.
So just to say that Keelan McCullough definitely scored the first goal for Carricruppen last night, and he definitely got the last one because the crossman was kicking it out and he blocked it down and it bounced in over Hardy's head and into the back of the net. So well done to Keelan. His senior championship debut this year in 3 matches he scored 5 goals in the point.
There you go. But you said it was Cross's experience in the end.
Yeah. Crossmaglen, you know, they knew exactly how to kill the game, how to slow it down. They got a couple of good frees, and I thought they were handy enough frees. Like Ashin stepped up and he hit a point and it came off the post, Simon. And if our luck had been in, when it hit the post, it went in this side of the post. Oh. And if our luck had been in, it would have went the other side. But look, they're the All-Ireland champions, not the All-Ireland champions for nothing. And of course, you know, good luck to them. They play Oaks in the final.
Some experience though for Carricruppen boys.
Oh yeah, you know, if Carricruppen can take on board and learn from last night, it's a huge learning curve for them. But probably because, you know, like Carricruppen now, we have to get points on the board in the league. We have a couple of matches in hand, so we have to get in there.
But obviously that's a flip. Like if it was on the All-Ireland, like put it this way, the destroyed Carrycastle, the big use.
Yeah, there's no, we have to take great credit from it. And
but again, it's just the old lads of Crossmaglen. Crossmaglen just seem to do enough, don't they?
Well, that's why they're All-Ireland champions. Next weekend on Destination Uri, Mayo Bridge versus Saville, Bourne versus Longstone, Bransford versus Restraver, and Kilcoo versus Castlewellan. Those games will be live Friday and Saturday on Destination Uri, Simon. So it's great. Yeah. And then just before we go to James and Sinead here, Simon, Newry City, the demise of Newry City. Dreadful.
It was terrible news for the community. Like, if you think, like, Newry City have been wound up in the High Court, and obviously their game was cancelled yesterday, and the whole scenario is just surreal. Like, Jerry Flynn obviously with this petition, 25,000, and the club having to fold because of it. Now, obviously, I've just reading here on the internet on the BBC website that when no money was paid, the instructors' lawyers issued wind up proceedings. That's what happened. There was nobody in court for Newry City, and then obviously it only took a couple of minutes.
I know it's an awful, it's a
surreal story. Like.
It's a dreadful thing to happen because like Newry City have been about and they've been going a long time. But hopefully, Simon, they will rise. You know, and
there's nothing stopping a new company being set up. You know, to substitute the one that was there before. Yeah, but it's just I think it's just terrible news for the town.
It is, you know, from a sporting point of view, I'd be very sad that has happened, and hopefully that Newry City, and Richard has come in, he asked us, what about Newry City? Richard, we're very disappointed with Newry City, this happening with them. We hope that they will rise and
reform it in some shape or form again. Like, there is an outlet obviously for soccer in the town, and it's a big enough place to have a Premiership soccer team.
There's no question, and the Newry City was absolutely flying. They were brilliant.
Yeah, they're doing very, very well, obviously, and there's a lot of young lads now have no
soccer. Yeah. So anyway, we wish Newry City the very best. Hopefully they'll get sorted and they will be back. But Simon, you know, when they build up for the All Ireland for the girls from Armagh, and we have to say, you know, James James Daly, you're very welcome to Destination Uri.
Thank you very much, Damien.
And Sinead Reel. Sinead,
Thanks, Damien.
you do refereeing, and you're the joint captain of Caleavey. And Sharon was saying earlier on there, you're at half time again, Crossmaglen, the intermediate ladies final, you were down by 11 points, and Crossmaglen, and it's nothing like Crossmaglen to throw away 11-point lead. You come back and you won that. And of course, I remember you speaking to you before when you played in the county final, and you were so down and so disappointed, and then you come back and you win the county championship, and now the county team, and you're deeply involved in it. They're in the All Ireland final. So sport is a wonderful leveller.
Aye, it's a wonderful leveller on maybe all aspects. The people you meet, the friends you make. It's very rare you'd see a Cleavey person and a Drummond person sitting on the same couch agreeing with each other.
But funny, I was just going to come to that, because James, it's great to have you here this evening. You're the manager of the Armagh Ladies. Last year you managed the minors to All Ireland glory. I was at most of them, in actual fact I think I was at all them matches, and I distinctly remember the semi-final of the All Ireland minors, and that was one hard match, and you just pulled that one out of the fire, and then you went into the All Ireland final and you won that. And now you're managing the senior ladies.
Yeah, it's been a great couple of years. Last year, that game against Waterford, as you mentioned, we were 5 points down with 12 minutes to go, and we kicked 7 points in a row to win it, to get to the All Ireland final. And we went up against Wexford was it Wexford? Wicklow in the All Ireland final, and we had a super battle with them. Super, okay, and the girls. There's a great bunch of young girls coming through Armagh football, and there's great things to come in the future, and we're really looking forward to it over the next couple of years.
Well, as I always say, the orange juice is sizzling in Armagh.
Oh, undoubtedly, yeah, it's fabulous. And on the team today, as Sinead rightly pointed out there, that Ciara Lennon was played at half time, as did Fionnuala McKenna, who's a wing forward for us, and Siobhan Mackle, who plays wing forward or wing back for us. So those girls have come up through the ranks. And the team is going to play in the All Ireland final now in 2 weeks' time. We have experience, from Caroline O'Hanlon, Sinead McCleary, Laura Brown, Clodagh McCann, right the whole way down. We have two 17-year-olds who finished the game the last day, Shauna Gray and Niamh Henderson. So we have some unbelievable talent, and as you said, the orange juice is definitely sizzling.
And of course, it's great. The girls are sitting over in the green room and they're looking, they're saying, "Yep, I wish there was more than orange juice here tonight." But girls, you run a drink ban from now to the All Ireland final, and James, you have a good backroom team. You have done great work, and I know, like from your experience winning the minors last year, it's definitely helped nurture this team towards the All Ireland final.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And as you point out, a great backroom team. The backroom team, like Aidan Lennon and from St Peters and Leo Duffy from Harps, not here. It's between the three of us. We do all the training, okay. And Sinead here. Sinead is to me the unsung hero of it all. The work that she does behind the scenes. She does everything. She looks after everything that's got to do with the team. She's also the county treasurer, as well as being referee, and like the amount of work that she puts into all this stuff for us. Like, she doesn't be at the training sessions just on a Tuesday and Thursday night, because she's flat out doing other things for us, and a great job she does.
And of course, James, all that's important, because it takes the pressure of yourself and your management team, and it's great, Sinead, that and you've got a knack of doing these things, because I know you well and how you do these things, and you don't take no for an answer, and you get the thing done, and I suppose the bottom line is that's a very integral part of the whole setup, because even today, Simon, watching the All Ireland final, Michael Murphy had a list a mile long and who he thanked, and of course
the first was the backroom team.
So Sinead, well done, you're doing good work, and I know the girls are sitting over there and they're giving you the thumbs up, they're saying you're doing great work. So
I'm not even going to look over into the green room.
No, we have to watch. We've got another little message in. Good luck to the Armagh ladies from the dugout consultant.
Oh,
we know who that is.
Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan. And Rory from Boston. Great show tonight, guys. An inspirational show last week with James Doyle. Keep up the good work, Rory. He's over in Boston. It's great to have you on board here this evening. So, James, it just goes to show you, from Cork to Boston, all around the world, they're watching, they're listening, and of course, Destination Uri is supporting Armagh and their quest for All Ireland glory on the 7th of October.
Yes, we appreciate you bringing us on here tonight, and ladies football is so big all around the world now. My wife Anne, who's abandoning ship on us now, she's going to New York now in 2 days, and she's going to be able to watch the match in Boston when she's over there. So it is all over the world, and we're grateful of the coverage we're getting here tonight, and we're looking forward to having you hopefully at the banquet whenever it's all done.
Well, I tell you what, I would absolutely love to be there, James, on the night. It would be. I tell you what, it would be great to do the show, Simon, from the banquet. It would be.
We can sort out that. We can sort a wee room and all. That's no worries.
There we go. Sinead has said she sorted out a wee room, so we might take you up on that one.
Your logistics officers sort that out.
Our production manager's looking over the back and he's going, "Yep, I'm all for that." So who knows what could happen? But James, All Ireland's, they're not easy won, right? And it's not easy to get to an All Ireland final. So Armagh have it all to do. So you will be now, within the next 2 weeks, obviously you'll be putting the girls, sort of cocooning them away from all the pressure that is related to that, all about tickets and all that. I'm sure Sinead will have all that sorted out. All them things become issues running up to the final.
Yeah, whenever we got to the final, we had 4 weeks to prepare. And myself and Sinead and Leah went in and sat down and we talked about what way we wanted to organise things. And we wanted tickets, anything to do with anything that the girls had to be concerned about. We wanted that dealt with in 2 weeks, and we've done that. We don't want any of the girls looking about tickets over the next couple of weeks. We want to keep the girls protected now. They're training for them. Okay, training's been flat out, and it's been unbelievable. Like we've brought in people, as Sinead mentioned, we brought in the likes of Paul McGrain and Brian McGlinden. Okay, I brought in Aidan O'Rourke, okay, who's a club man of mine, and Martin O'Rourke's come in several times and has been a big help. Okay, and when you can call on people like that with that sort of knowledge, it makes life an awful lot easier for us. And as you said, then everything else, then we just passed that all along to Sinead now. Unfortunately, she gets a lot of the hard work, but that's the bit that she's very, very good at it. And we like to stay working on the football field and getting the girls prepared to play Waterford, who are a very, very good team, and we need to prepare very hard for them.
And there's no doubt. And of course, Sharon plays, Sinead looks after all the backroom thing, and of course, Sinead, your dad's the ladies' chairman.
Yeah, probably very reluctant to take it at the start of the year, to be honest. But thankfully now, in a way, in hindsight, we're glad that he is there, because if he wasn't there, I wouldn't be there, and James Daly wouldn't be there. So basically, if he hadn't have taken on the job, and which we're glad he did, we probably wouldn't be in Croke Park. And I think that's one of the main reasons we are there. And I'm not saying that just because he's my father, but I'm saying it on the point of view that somebody had to take the lead and show the way, and he has done that this year. So we're delighted to have him on board as well.
The only thing is, Sinead, he won't let us go to Portugal for the build-up.
The unfortunate thing is that he doesn't know what's in the bank account, whereas I do.
Well, there you go. We could be in Portugal yet. We've just got another little message in here, but it's to do with Orchard City. Are they the Galacticos?
The Galacticos.
The Galacticos from the Caribbean League.
They probably are. And I was just looking through the results of the Caribbean League yesterday, and the one again, the 1-3-0. And I was talking to our old friend Joe Price last night. Joe's watching in tonight. Told you to say hello, Joe. And Damien, he said, I said, we'll have to get on the show sometime, Joe, because like you are the Ryan Giggs of the Caribbean League.
Oh yeah, Joe would probably be older than Ryan Giggs.
Yeah, probably he would be just likely. So get him in. Joe, we'll get you in sometime. I would have to say probably Orchard City probably are the Galacticos of the Caribbean League. The 1-3-0 away at Parkview yesterday. So it's good win. I have to mention too, special mention out there, Women's Stars. Actually, they won 6-2 in the Irish Junior Cup yesterday.
Well done to them.
Belfast, Cavan Old Boys in Belfast, who were one of the favourites to win it.
Very good, so well done. And of course,
but we'll talk about the Caribbean League later. So.
Yeah, of course, along the ticker bar at the bottom, all the results are coming in there, Simon. So it's great to be able to do that. But I suppose I keep referring back to the Armagh ladies, and I think it's wonderful. It's a wonderful occasion that we here in Newry have an opportunity to follow a team that's an All-Ireland final. It's a very special occasion, Simon. And it's a great build-up.
It's good, man. James, when you're talking about Sheldon McGuire, it's okay, the tickets is one issue. What other issues, people don't really understand, they think people just walk into All-Ireland finals and start to play. They don't realise the issues that are in the background whenever you're playing a big final.
Yeah, well, you have to think of everything, and I'll be honest, I have 8 girls who were there in 2006, and they've been a big help. And they, we've talked to them at the very start, talking about all the things that we have to prepare for, and things you have to worry about. Is All Ireland Sunday in Croke Park, about what the right boots to wear, the warm up areas, the noise problem that you're going to have, trying to get instructions out on the field, little things like that. Okay, then but as far as the training is concerned, we just don't want, we want the girls away from everything. Anything like we had press night there a couple of weeks ago. We had all the girls there for that, and we brought a few of them here tonight, and that's been it. Okay, anything that has to be dealt with, this woman here deals with everything. Okay, you know, and you know, we've had a lot of things. I actually, whenever I found out that the final was pushed back a week, I was really annoyed for about an hour. Okay, and then I realised it's you know, it's actually another week we have for preparation. And we've used that week well, and things are better. Okay, things are, you know, any wee niggly injuries, an extra week is giving them a chance. Okay, as far as, you know, tickets, you know, you have a lot of stuff to go to at Croke Park. We went up and sat up in Croke Park a couple of weeks ago, myself and Shane, Sinead, my wife Anne, who's the secretary, Owen Reel, Marion McNamee. Okay, and we sat down and we'd go through a whole night with them about what we had to do, okay, and what you're not allowed to do, and you know, about jerseys and bibs and all kinds of things like that. The water bottles, little things, you know, things that people
just don't imagine that the actual preparation is involved.
You just take for granted.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things that a lot of the players wouldn't even know about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you just sitting sometimes reading and listening to these things, going, who makes up these rules and regulations?
Yeah.
Do they actually go to a game? Have they ever managed a team? Have they ever kicked a ball? You know, like some of the silly things.
There's no doubt about that.
You know, and it's all, to be honest, you know, and I know it has to be, you know, dealt with, whatever, but it's money issues, and it's sponsorship issues, and it's who has the licenses for this and who has the licenses for that, and then, you know, it's all based around the one association, but some things you just say to yourself,
what's it about? Yeah.
Why? You know.
Well, the only good advice I can give you is from our point of view, just go up and win it, and it doesn't matter. Everything else is irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. Fanula Rail says, best of luck to Sinead and Sharon and Frances Quinn from all the Clevie girls. Let's bring Mary Quinn home to Armagh. So well done to Fanula. And I'm just after realising what they call the cup there, Simon. So
Mary Quinn Cup.
If anybody asks me who's the Mary Quinn Cup, we will definitely know. No, I didn't.
There you go.
I bet you didn't either.
There you go, it is.
The one thing that we do want to put out there when we do have this chance is anybody out there who's maybe not involved in a club, or, you know, that want to know how to get tickets or things like that, because there have been people, you know, anybody involved in a club should be contacting their own clubs for tickets. That's the first thing. But anybody not involved in a club can contact either myself or Marion McNamee and Cross McLean, or anybody that knows us, or get on to, like, the Armagh ladies have a Facebook page, they have a Twitter page. Get on to either of those and we'll sort out the tickets. But the one issue that we really want to get out there is that you cannot book a family ticket through a club. You have to book your family tickets through Croke Park. So you have to lift the phone and either ring them and pay by card or do it online. But you would need to be doing it now, so that you're guaranteed your tickets are sent in the post within the next, you know, within the next 2 weeks.
So there you are, folks. If you want a family ticket, you got to go on to Croke Park and arrange through Croke Park.
www.ladiesgaelic.ie.
And it's much cheaper.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a lot cheaper. So there's another little bit of good advice.
See, the thing is, I was just going back to my first question, that people don't realise that even like logistics on the day, what you have to do and the timing of everything.
Yeah.
Like
you're on a timetable, and if you're 1 minute over that timetable, you're fined.
Exactly.
Yes, that's something I want to ask you about. Like, say for example, the water person steps across the line.
With 4 water girls,
right?
2 girls from Drummondhee and 2 girls from Clevie, and basically they're only allowed to enter the field in a break of play. You know, so there's no actual ruling or such or fining as such if they do overstep the line, but they're not physically allowed to run onto the field until there's a break in play. The same situation with the Marafarnia on the day can only go on in the break of play. The Bannister, who is James, cannot go on unless it's a severe injury to a player and he physically has to go. He cannot cross the line unless that player is down and it's looking really, really bad and he gets permission to enter the field of play. Same with Nicola the physio. She cannot enter the field of play if a player was down until the 4th official goes, puts the hand up and goes, you can go. So basically it's all, you know, these are the things that we all have to keep an eye out, you know.
Yeah. And again, of course, Simon, people never think of that.
People never think of these things.
You're standing in the stands and somebody's down injured and you're saying, somebody get out to that girl, she's injured.
Yeah, but that person cannot move till they get the nod from the 4th official.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's absolutely crazy. But look, if that's the rules, I keep saying the only way to sort the whole thing out is bring Mary Quinn down past the Carrickdale, down here to this. We want the Mary Quinn sitting on this table here.
Well, I think John McParlin now would prefer it sitting on the main table in the Carrickdale, maybe, and Destination Uri in the Carrickdale.
Well,
I think it would look well.
They're not bad, not bad. But we if you win the Mary Quinn, Sinead,
When we win the
well, okay, great stuff. Then we'll get it in here some evening, and we'll sit it here, Simon. Last week we had James Doyle when he won the handball trophy.
That's right.
A great story from James Doyle. I'm sure you know him from Whitecross.
Yeah.
Blind in the eye, playing last year, Crohn's disease, and he's going back to the Worlds in next month to defend his title. So we've world titles.
Yeah.
In Destination Uri, we've got All Ireland champions,
Potential All-Ireland champions.
hopefully here in Destination Uri, and we had lovely girls here earlier on. The girls.
Sorry, the scenery's not just as good as.
Well, the scenery's not bad.
no, it's not bad.
So we're 5
You're
minutes.
still upsetting the two of us, so don't worry about that.
We're 5 minutes to go, and I have to say I'm enjoying this evening because it's great. We had a whole lot of football this weekend at Destination Uri, and of course, James, it's a new concept. We're putting live Gaelic games from Armagh and down. They're going out around the world, and the response that we're getting from our expatriates around the world is absolutely phenomenal. From Australia, from Thailand, from Canada, San Francisco, even Timbuktu, further afield. It's great, and what it does.
You've probably done it at the right time.
And what it does.
The young people that have left the country at the minute is massive. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they're all phone friendly and internet friendly. So they know how to log in and they know how to watch.
Of course, Destination Uri have a new app, so you can get a new app, and these are for the girls in the green room there. You can get an app for your iPhone,
your iPad,
and your iPad. Get it up and get it on, and then of course once we're live on the Sunday Sports Show or live games, it's instant. It's there for you. And of course, if anybody out there wants to sponsor the Sunday Sports Show or any of our live games, get on to us here in Destination Uri. We'd love to be talking to you because it is a wonderful concept. I think we're the only organisation in the whole of Ireland that's actually doing this now at this level, and the response is phenomenal. And we also have to say, Simon, without the likes of Danny and Sean and them in the background and Shauna, this wouldn't happen.
No,
we're the front of it. We're sitting. We believe we have the easy part of it, interviewing yourselves, which is great fun. And I know the girls earlier on, James, Mags was sitting there and she's worrying, and this girl's going to lead Armagh out in an All Ireland final, and she's worried about sitting on the sofa talking to Simon and myself.
Remember that.
I should kick points over the bar all day, but it's with Ace running through her veins, but she's sitting here, she's panicking. But we know Max will produce on the day, so that's all we worry about.
That's exactly it. So we wish you the very best. We're rattling towards the end. Sean said there with 5 minutes. I'm looking at the clock.
Just before you, Sinead just mentioned somebody there, and just without the Carrickdale Hotel, okay, we wouldn't be able to do an awful lot of things we do. So we would like to thank John and Paddy McParn for the do for us from the Carrickdale, and we have a couple of other sponsors, Mackins Wholesale, we have Silverbridge Wholesale, we have Kieran McGeaney Water, and Paddy McKeever Sports supplies us with all our gear. So without those people,
and that's
a lot of this here wouldn't
and of
be.
Course, James, that's all part and parcel of the whole build up for the All Ireland.
Yeah.
Without all them being on board, this wouldn't happen. Simon, we're rattling towards the end here, but we've just got another little thing. And who will win the down quarter-finals next week? Well, we looked at them. Mayo Bridge versus Savile.
Mayo Bridge versus Savile Bridge.
Burn versus Longstone.
That's going to be the tightest game of that. And Burn experience-wise, but I was very, very, very impressed with the Stone in the game against the Kingdom. I would Burn. Okay. Bransford, Rostravar. I think Rostravar are flying at the minute. They are flying, and they've got a great set of forwards. Okay, the Division 2 and Bransford Division 1, but I think that's going to be the upside of the round. Rostravar's
looking good, and of course they were live in Destination Uri a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
The big local derby, Kilcoo versus Castlewellan.
Kilcoo.
So there we go, Ronan. That's our call here this evening on Destination Uri.
And we have just put it out there too, Damien, that everybody who's available on the Sunday, when they're coming back off from Crow Park, we're all going back to the Carrickdale. The team's coming home on the Sunday night, and that we should be due back into the Carrickdale around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and that we would like to have
as many
people there as possible to welcome the team home.
Well, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on board this evening at Destination Uri. I know the girls come down, they thought they were going to be behind the scenes, they didn't think they were going to be sitting in front of the camera. Simon, the girls were brilliant, they've done well.
I said, best of guests we've had for a long time.
Yeah, and we thank them for coming all the way down from Clonerne and Lurgan down here this evening. hopefully what we've done here tonight, it'll go out and it'll be back up tomorrow on Destination News website. And girls, you can spread the word around to all your friends and that. And of course, when Laura Brown sees how well you looked here tonight, you can get back at her about that one, because when I see Laura, I'm going to be saying to her, you didn't come on board.
I really feel for Laura Brown this training session Tuesday night now.
You know, so listen.
The banquet, you'll get her at the banquet.
She well fit for it, is she?
Laura's well fit.
Oh, that's alright, that's good.
So girls, listen, on behalf of Destination Newry, to Mags, Sharon and Sinead, we wish them the very best. Good luck in their quest for Mary Quinn. Sinead and James, I know and I have no doubt you will do everything in your power to bring the cup back here to Armagh and down into Newry, and we wish you the very best. It's been a pleasure with you. The hour absolutely flew the night as usual, Simon.
As usual, yep.
And we did talk about the local soccer, we talked about the local GAA, we talked about the national GAA, and we talked about the girls that's heading for All Ireland quest. So don't forget, Sinead, and don't forget, girls, the Sunday show always on Destination Newry from 7 to 8. You'll always get an angle from us and you'll get the proper one. And of course, we're involved, we're with you, we're supporting you, and we wish you the very, very best on the 7th of October at 2 o'clock in Crow Park. Simon?
Yep. Well, I have to say, I'll rooting you on, definitely will be. There you go.
So
down man rooting you on.
So thanks to Sean, our production man, Danny, our cameraman, Shauna in the background, for keeping us all right here. And thanks to everybody for firing in little comments. And you know, you can keep the comments coming all the time. It's always great to have them. So on behalf of myself and Simon and the whole team here in Destination Newry, well, Pat McGinn says met up with Matthew Malkin today. Damien, next week he's up north again. We'll get him in, so there we go. If Matthew comes over here, he's the boxer, we'll get him on board. Pat, thanks a million for that win. That's another one for Destination Newry. So on behalf of everybody here in Destination Newry, good luck to the Armagh ladies. Thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, whatever part of the world you're in. Thanks a million. Until next week, the Sunday Sports Show 7 to 8 here on Destination Newry. We'll see you then.